Hey guys, welcome back to a new video in the Android test playlist. Now in this video, we'll write UI tests for our AddNote screen. So let's see the screen, here it is. As you can see, we can input some title in here, something. We can input some description. We can click on this box to open this dialog. We can input something in this text field. We get a bunch of images, as you can see. We can select an image like this, it's already there. And then we can change the image as we want, and then we can just close the dialog. And here's the image. We can click on save to save the note. So that's the screen that we are going to test. So to do that, let's actually find the screen first. It's right here, presentation. So AddNote, presentation, AddNote screen. And I do have these test tags as we saw in the previous video. So here in the save button, I have this test tag save button. And then what else I have in the dialog, as you can see in the outline text field, I have this text tag for the search image text field. The image we want to pick. So here I'm using a test tag, picked image plus URL, but I guess we can use actually content description. It's just that for content description, I want to write image, but I don't want to write image plus the URL. That's not a thing I want. I only want to, because this one is used for accessibilities. In accessibilities, we're not going to say image and then the image URL, just image. So in here, I'm using a test tag with the image and then the URL. So to make the image actually unique. And then what else we have? We have test tags in our save button, and then the text field of description, the text field of title, and then the box that we click on, or the assign image that we click on to add a new image or to search for image. It is now this note image test tag plus the image URL. So to generate test for that, we can right click on it, generate test, note screens test. Okay, that's going to be an Android test, and the test is here. And this test is going to be similar to the previous test that we wrote. So let's go to note list screen. We need these two things again. So we need to annotate our test with Hilt and with test, and then uninstall the app module to use the test module. And then we again need these rules. Just as always, we need this stuff. Okay, and paste them. So now let's create our test. Add test like this, and then fun, just like this, add note screen and to end test. Okay, and we'll write our test, and actually we already have those in here. So we first want to click on the floating action button like this, and then we want to, before saving, we just want to click on the floating action button. We want to input some title in the text field title, and then in the description one as well, and then we want now the image. So this is something we didn't do in this previous test. So let's actually find the image, because I don't remember how that looked like. Right here, the image had a test tag, which is this one. Now we're going to use that one. So we want to perform click on it just like this. So click on it, and that is going to be this one. Since we don't have any image yet, then that's going to be an empty string. Now we're supposed to see the dialog by this point. We want to input some text in the dialog. So search image text field, let's say query or anything. But then we also want to ensure that the dialog is actually showing. So let's just go to the dialog and we'll see it. So here it is. So what I'm going to do is we're going to see if we actually see this column, okay, in which we have the outline text field, search text field for the images, and then the images themselves. So here dot test tag dot, let's add that. So the dialog, so this is the dialog one, and that's going to be something like search image dialog. We can paste that here, and that's exactly what we are going to use. So that's the test tag that we want to use. So first of all, before inputting any text in there, let's assert that we actually see it. So compose rule dot on node with test tag, that is going to be test tag dot dialog. This one dot assert is displayed, so make sure that we actually see the dialog. That's the first thing. And then we want to input some text in that text field of the search image, and then we want to select an image. So that's going to be image or picked image, actually this one. That's exactly what we used in here. So let's go to the images. So picked image plus the URL. The URL could be something like image2, because in our fake view model, always remember that we are using the fake repository, not view model. So core data repository, fake images repository. As you can see, here are the images. So I'm selecting one of these, like this one, for example. Now I'm selecting the second one or the third one, it doesn't matter. So an image, I want to perform click on it to select it or to pick it up, and then I want to make sure that this image is actually displayed. So it will be this one. So you can just bring this to the same line like this. But now we don't want to perform any click on it, but then we just want to make sure that it's displayed with the new URL that we picked. So assert that is displayed. Okay, and then we can click on save the note if we want to, but it's not really that important in this case. So let's run the app, or let's run the test, rather say, look at the emulator and to the test result and see if we have any problems to fix them. So we did actually have a problem. So the test failed. So let's see where. Couldn't find this image. So I did a little bit of debugging to find the issue why the test failed. And it was because if we go to our view model of the AddNote screen right here, and we go to the search screen or search image function, we have this delay, which means this delayed the execution by 500 milliseconds. And in the test, we already get here before we even loaded anything. And to solve that, we want to just delay this one as well. So we're going to write run blocking and then delay for, let's say now 600 milliseconds. So 100 milliseconds more than what we had in there. And now let's rerun the test. It should now pass that we are simulating the delay that we had in here, as you can see. So wait for it. And yes, it did pass. So everything works fine for our AddNote screen test. And that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll create the entire app's end-to-end test, in which we actually do everything from adding notes, removing notes, picking up images, and all those stuff in one end-to-end big test. So see you and bye.